Hello and welcome to another video from me, Box of Demons, and another DayZ video. Well, 1.4 is now released. It's been on the test server for a while, and they've added a few new things. We have the EDG-5 and the M67 frag grenades. We also have two new weapons, the KA-74 and the KA-101, which of course, due to licensing, we know that is really the AK-74. We also have the P187L scope, so we're going to be jumping in, having a look at how effective these smokes, these grenades, and what are these weapons like. Let's jump in. Welcome to DayZ. I'm out on patrol, so let's get cracking some skulls. So here we are up at the old radar tower, and as you can see on my back, we now have the ability to be able to carry two main weapons. Well, what's the point of that? Well, this means you can either take in two assault weapons, you could take in a marksman rifle and a shotgun. You've basically got the options now, meaning it might be quicker to swap weapons in a certain combat situation than it would be fumbling around with your mags, etc, etc. So we're going to move up onto the top of this radar tower here, and we're going to have a look at some of the smokes and some of the grenades and see just how effective they are against the zombies. Do they help with the visibility, and are they really a hindrance, or are they just a toy that we've been waiting for forever? One thing I want to interject here is that the unofficial smoke mods here on the WAF server, I think, are much better than the official ones. Unfortunately, due to the 1.4 update, that mod now needs upgrading, and I could have possibly held off this video. I may do a next video comparing the official smoke with the WAF smoke, but I'm just letting you know there is some goodies coming further in some more DayZ videos. Let's crack on and have a look at the first item. We have the M4 Flashbang, which is basically a stun grenade. Now in my tests, these didn't really seem to do much to the zombies whatsoever, so what we'll do is I'll throw this by holding the G key, and the longer you hold down the mouse button, the further you will throw it. We'll throw it down towards the zombies just to let you have a listen. You can pull the pin out and it will not release the spoon, so I can happily stand here now, and until I throw or drop it with the G key, it won't go anywhere. So let's get this down there. Not much visually to look at, but then again it is a flashbang. Let's actually flashbang ourselves and let's have a look at the actual effect up close should you be in PvP. So here we go. Quite a nice blurry effect, but it really doesn't last long enough. I think that should be at least doubled, otherwise you really need to get this at the person's feet, and currently, due to the technology built within the game, we cannot throw them through windows, so it's a bit unfortunate. So next up we have the M8 smoke grenade. Now as I've mentioned, the official WAF mods are better, and there is a bug currently introduced that came with 1.4 is the grenade is not attached to your hand. So that's not a server error, that actually is a Bohemia error. So once we pull that grenade, you can keep it in your hands. In real life, eventually, that would burn the skin off your hands, so it wouldn't be advisable to keep that in your hands on the official military ones, which I have thrown. So there we go, we've thrown it out, and there is the beautiful, beautiful liberal smoke. Leave it, and we'll throw another one out, holding the G key, holding it down. Let's throw that one out as far as we can get, and then what we'll do is we'll jump down and have a look at how effective that is for positioning yourself and looking at this from the other side to see whether it actually gives us any cover. As you can see, it's not too bad at all. I do think that it needs to spread further horizontally. And of course, in the old games of Armour, there was the option within the Ace mod that you could check the wind direction and the smoke would actually travel in that direction, which would be really handy for PvP if you wanted to cover your retreat, let's say from the airfield. If you knew which way the wind was blowing, you could throw it down and grease off as you crossed one of the airfields. But alas, that's not in as yet. I'm sure it will come eventually, and by golly, do we need vaulting. But anyway, let's move on to the next stage. As you can see, this is the other type of smoke, and I did a few tests in this building to see whether it would affect the line of sight for the zombies. Unfortunately, I haste to say, it doesn't affect the zombies' eye line or sight whatsoever. I also read and saw somebody posted on YouTube, they said that when you throw the smoke, the zombies are attracted to it. Again, in all the tests that I've done, throwing it near them or far away, it didn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. They didn't go running for it. In fact, they ran through the smoke directly at me. So while these smokes are rather cool and they do give you a little bit of cover, I think at this stage, until they're advanced a little bit more, these are more kind of signal smoke. If a friend gets into trouble and you're not quite sure where he is, he could put down some of the coloured smoke, or he could put the location of a base, etc, etc. But anyway, that leads us on nicely to the KA-74, which is a single-fire assault rifle, and this is in the 5.54 rounds. Now, while it's nice to have some more AKs, I would have preferred something else. I'm not sure why. I think it's most of the AKs look the same to me. But these two do have some beautiful stopping power, and of course they both come with the P187L scope, which you can see on screen now, which is a nice enough thing. Just means that you don't have the option of raised sights, so you don't have the option to go to your iron sights when you've actually got this attached. So take that into consideration when you're using these weapons. And we'll fire a few rounds off from this gun, and then we shall have a look at the other variant that's been included in the new 1.4 update. So this is the 5.56 variant of the two new AKs that we've got, with the second one being the AK or the KA-101. Let's put these... Oh, sugar. Retreat. We just kill these guys. I'll be with you in a second. Sorry about that. So here we are with the 7.62 variant, and this is the KO-101 as it's known in game. Of course, using the same scope, you're pretty much going to get the same thing. It feels the same, although strangely I have found that even though this is a bigger round, occasionally when shooting the zombies, it doesn't drop them instantly. I don't know quite what's going on there, but as you'll see on screen, that's the issue that I came up with. As we wait for our zombie friends to come down here and get a 7.62 in the top lip, the developers have increased the audio sound, so you will hear friendlies and other combatants on the field. So if you want to avoid it, or you want to find it, you'll hear shots much clearer and impact sounds from much further away. So as I run away with grenade in hand, I hope this has been of some enjoyment to you, a little bit of information. Not really going to go into too much in depth about the rest of the things in 1.4. You can increase your adrenaline and your stamina with some of the proxies and some of the other medical aspects there. I'm hoping that broken limbs will come in, we will get vaulting, and we will get all the things that really should be in the game by now. But every time there is an update, every time there is a patch, the game gets better and better, and I'm still, even after 80, 90 hours is it now, I'm still enjoying this game. There's still things to learn, new engagements, new players to meet, the thrill of the hunt and the chase. Thanks for the support. I shall see you in another DayZ video coming real soon. Bye bye.